In the last video, the first one, we went over some prep work for the treehouse and also some vital considerations in terms of placement. In this video, we're going to be installing the tabs or the support brackets on both sides of the tree. First things first, I have my laser level, and I'm just getting some horizontal and some vertical visuals to see where my tab bracket might best be placed. And I'm going to use my tape measure to make sure I have enough clearance. I think I'm going to put my first tab brace about 10 inches. You can see where that cross is. It's very light, but you can still see it. That's going to be where my drill hole is, I believe. About 10 inches, 9.25 for my beam, and another 3/4 of an inch because the bracket sits up from the center of the nut to the top of the bracket. About another 3/4 of an inch or so. That should give me enough clearance. I should put my beams right about here. When I put the joists on, they won't be touching this. I also have just 2 sample boards laid out to make sure that I am parallel, and also on this side that when I put in my tab brace here, the beam doesn't actually hit the fence. So I think I'm ready to do my test drill. With that said, I'm gonna put just this little guy on and just make sure that we're drilling into solid wood. Yeah, that looks wet and healthy, so I'm gonna continue drilling. All right, the ground is very uneven. I'm gonna use this green line and put some tape right underneath the green line so that I'm gonna wrap that all the way around. So I'm gonna move this, basically align that green line again with the top of that tape, and then put more tape all the way around so that I know that it's exactly level all the way around this hole and the next hole. By the way, you have to get one of these things because look, it's on auto. So when you touch it, it automatically finds the level, and this is uneven ground. So I have it on the auto mode and it'll automatically display level, which is pretty cool. All right, so we're gonna put that on there. Okay, and we'll keep moving it around, level that out. So there is my level line all the way around. Next, I just need to make sure that the hole that I put here is completely at a right angle so that it meets my other hole, so the beams will be parallel. And to do that, I'm gonna cover the hole with a piece of duct tape, and I'm gonna basically just unravel it and bring it to the other side with no crinks or no turns or bends, right? So it has to be completely flat as I lay it. Straight down, and we'll just let it hang. I'll move this wood here and just let it hang. So my drill point should be right here on the other side. And I'm gonna drill my test hole right here, and I'm gonna aim my drill going straight up the tape line visually. Don't drill through the duct tape. All right, we are digging into good, fresh, wet tree, so that's a legit drill site. Here is the tab bracket that we're gonna be installing. So we need to basically measure, I'll show you how we're gonna do this here, from this end to right here, the top of that cylinder, which is about 8 inches. We're gonna be doing a direct bore 8 inches deep with this one. Put some tape on that so we know we're deep enough. And then for the rest of the hole, this will be about 3 inches. We will be drilling out 3 inches with this into the tree. To make this bored hole, I've got it marked here with tape. I could use my cordless drill. Something tells me that might not do it. I do have this corded bad boy. We can definitely hook that up if we can't, but I'm gonna try it with my cordless because chances are you're operating a cordless and you probably want to know, does this thing do the job. Got almost a full charge on this, so it's definitely a little top heavy. Look at this thing. There goes nothing. Nice and level. Ooh, need two hands. Ooh, definitely don't like that. That just twists the wrist. Let's step this up a notch. Get the big boy out here. Got this key to tighten it up, and two handles. Oh yeah, feel the power, baby. That's going on a lot easier. You do need to just obviously two hands and let the bit do the work. I felt the need to kind of push and then realize it was twisting me as I pushed. But if I just hold the trigger, let the drill bit guide me and bring it in, it's a lot easier. And look how deep I am already. My old tool did not have a reverse button, so fortunately they have a little hex bit on the end. So I should be able to torque this out manually. Make sure that's going the right way. Yeah, there we go. So I'll just back this out and we'll do the same thing to the other side. All right. Look at that. Very nice. Now we're gonna put the 3-inch bit on and get that drilled out. 3-inch bit, 3 inches deep. Making it little by little. All right, note to self, definitely start with this one first because it's walking all over me, all over here, because I already drilled a huge pilot hole. And if you look at the tip, you need that to stay in the wood for a nice clean 3-inch hole. You can see I'm a little wobbly, so I'm not too pleased with that, but I'm using my cordless here for this. Again, no pressure, and I'm holding it with two hands, one here and one by the battery so it doesn't spin on me. The torque is insane on this and on the corded one, so you got to be really careful. Cannot emphasize that enough. But anyway, we're about 3 inches deep here. All right, and now the fun part, we're gonna take this thing and basically twist it in like this. There's a nut that we're gonna put on the end of it for some torque. I'm gonna go ahead and put this bracket on right now just because I don't know if I should, but I don't wanna get that nut so tight by torquing this down in there that I can't get the nut off. So we're gonna need some adapter pieces because I don't have big automotive equipment. So this is what I am dealing with here. So we'll get that on. This is the biggest ratchet that I have. And so make sure that's going the right way. We're gonna need a huge pipe to put over this to get more torque to turn this baby. All right, this is some hard work right here. I need to go get a pipe at the store, but while I've got the drill stuff out, we're gonna get the second one started. So let's go ahead and do that. With my very medieval and primal tool, look at this thing. You're like, what is happening? I'm gonna show you what this is. It's gonna save huge money. Maybe not huge money, but I basically took this long pole that I found in the garden, put duct tape around it, and attached it to my torque wrench. All right, it finally gave. That worked pretty well. And I am seated. Oh my gosh, you could do pull-ups off of that. Holy cow. Yeah, maybe don't tie it to a torque wrench that broke. That's gonna cost me, but I don't know, it was either that or going out and buying a galvanized piece of inch pipe. It was like 30 to 40 bucks. We're pretty well seated, I think. I might give it a couple more torques, but you see what I mean about putting this on first, because then I have to untwist it and then it's going to back that out. So it's definitely advisable to put these brackets on. You can start to get a feel for how high up then, if I put a 2x10 beam on its side, two of them, it's going to come up to 9 inches and a quarter. So my plan worked here. A couple of quick tips as you drill with the cordless. Make sure it's on setting 2 and make sure it's on drill. This one keeps slipping after just about 60 seconds. Every so often I have to flip it back to drill because it keeps going to 15 and then it stops. So drill definitely has more power. Also, you need to have a couple of fresh batteries. If it starts to bite and click and it doesn't spin, then you may need a fresh battery. Definitely works better with the fresh battery. All right, let's check to see what we're at. About 3 inches on the bottom. The tree angle's up, so we're about 2 inches and a quarter on the top. So in other words, the base is going to be strongly supported. Top will be sticking out a little bit because they're not angled, obviously. So I'm happy with that. Second bracket goes in the same as the first. We'll screw that in. It'll go 5 inches deep and then 3 inches there. It's not breaking on me this time. I wrapped it, pretty much used the whole roll of duct tape. All right, we'll get this off of there. And check it out. That's pretty nice. Very flush, I think. That's fine. We're gonna call that installed, baby. I didn't do too bad in terms of straight across. These brackets do have a little play in them, if you can see. So I can move that one a little bit that way and this one this way to make them more parallel. So I'm gonna put my full weight on it now, and that better hold me. Okay, ready? Here we go. Oh yeah, easy. I like these tabs in this system because it allows this floating bracket here to be installed, and so the perch itself, this is the perch, the long bar, it can basically be way out here to allow for tree circumference growth, or a little closer, or somewhere in between, wherever you want it. Now that we've got the 2 tab brackets installed right there, we're gonna move on to the beams, and that's what we're gonna cover in the next video. So be sure to follow along.